Good day. 30 minutes ago, the request for proposals that Bulgargaz invited to companies to supply gas in January expired. Earlier this week, the Bulgarian trade company Bulgargaz sent direct inquiries to several traders, usual suspects, for offers to supply natural gas with specific schedule in January 2020 at a virtual entry point of the Bulgarian gas system. The total amounts to 100 million cubic meters distributed in 3 slots for respective periods starting January 1st, January the 6th and January the 21st. The request for proposal is backed by a daily schedule with minimum and maximum quantities that vary quite widely, from 50,000 cubic meters to 2 million, which is rather unusual. But the technical parameters are not of interest to the wide public. They're too technical. What is important are the messages. And we start with what is the most apparent of them. First, the requests for proposals are sent in Bulgarian English on the 18th, that's 2 days before the deadline, so the companies had only 2 days to react. This period is normally ultra busy for the old gas traders, as this is a heyday. They have to mitigate all sorts of risks that are associated with the unusually warm system and the oversupply, and also the solution of the Ukrainian transit problem, which is always and still is unpredictable in the details. Yesterday we saw the general news that there has been some progress, but the details, and the devil is in details. Secondly, before submitting a proposal, traders need to resolve logistics in only, remember, 2 days. Secure capacities, arrange for the banking and all sorts of details, and capacities are very difficult to arrange because already, if you use the transmission system of our neighbors, capacities have already been allocated. So it's a non-starter. You can't book capacity apart from a secondary purchase from someone who's already booked and has the capacity. This way eliminates at all the import of liquefied natural gas because it needs advanced preparation, gas storage facilities, and at least 18 days to discharge a cargo, even provided the trader has LNG tanker in stock in place so that he can easily and immediately dock it at the terminal, which is another basic proof that Prime Minister Borisov either does not understand LNG business or is against the import of LNG. Despite promises during his meeting with President Trump that Bulgaria is ready to consider diversification, the facts are different. He loves Russian and oligarchic gas. Furthermore, the request for proposals come in December, which is ahead of the high season, and the peak demand is still ahead. So those in the vicinity of Bulgaria that could provide this gas are careful not to dispose with substantial quantities. 100 million cubic meters is not an overly huge quantity, but it's important for balancing gas. Also, there's a 30-day deferred payment requirement, which usually adds another time that is needed to agree with banks and insurers. So Bulgargaz is, I believe that those who call Bulgargaz Gazprom are right. They talk about diversification only of routes, but only within the Gazprom options. So real diversification will not come. So I read this as a preset deal with a pre-selected bidder, and that is close to the decision makers, and you will know the name in just 1 or 2 days. So it is likely that Bulgargaz is buying this gas in order to increase the liquidity for the Balkan gas hub for short-term trading. But it is unlikely that because of this, the trade at the Balkan gas exchange would dramatically intensify or prices would be lower. Bulgarian consumers would continue to buy the most expensive gas in the region, at least quite above the 17 euro per megawatt hour price that Hungarians pay and 20 that Romanians pay. We would still continue to pay 25% more. And this is, in effect, what I call the peer level of diversification, when in reality we're still stuck with Gazprom. Therefore, diversification in Bulgaria would come regardless, despite and beyond Bulgargaz. Thank you.